everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Kat, your guide through the seen and the unseen. Today we're tapping into the current energy surrounding to bring you messages Spirit has for us right now. Take a deep breath, settle in, let's see what the universe is trying to tell you. Also, if you're a soul seeking deeper alignment, make sure to join our community by subscribing. Good morning. I'm at the airport. It's been a while. I've been busy working, so I wanted to come on. Ooh, the Devil and the Empress. Okay. So you may be feeling like there's a need to move forward with something. Some toxic stuff is coming out, but you're the Empress. And you can see through that shit. It's an illusion, okay? Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Yeah, maybe like a long journey you've been on, right? And you have had to have discernment in some sort of way to cut through toxicity and, I don't know, bring, I don't know, maybe you're using your creativity to, I don't know, move forward in some way, slow and steady. I don't know. Hair peeking through. It is 5:21 and I'm at Bush Airport. Just drop somebody off. It's kind of slow, not too slow, but I'm early. So I wanted to get a reading really quickly since I haven't been on. And it's not because I don't want to be, it's just I've been so busy working and sleeping and eating and taking care of my doggy, and there's just no time. So, and I don't want to overwhelm myself and energetically like not have the energy to do what I gotta do right now. Because I was sick and I had to kind of get myself back on track. Anyway, Ace of Cups, Tower, Queen of Pentacles. So there may be like a sudden upheaval in some sort of way, or shock. We also have the Five of Swords here. Exposure. Self-love. Self-worth. Five of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, King of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. So I'm seeing this as some sort of exposure that's shocking about your forward movement and action in some way. Or this could be about a Leo, Sag, Aries person. Or maybe you are this Leo, Sag, Aries person. Maybe taking action to master something. Or just putting efforts towards something. But it seems that you might be walking away from something as well. Maybe person, place, or thing. Could be you're moving. Could be a job. Something about valuing yourself with love. Could be somebody bringing in love. Or you may be walking away from love because you have self-love. I don't know. If we looked at this as past, present, and future, you may be going through some sort of upheaval and you realized your value in some way and walked away from something. is maybe shocking other people. Maybe this King of Wands person, you could be this Queen of Pentacles person, walking away from a commitment in some way. But it was necessary, I'm seeing, for, you know, you to see, like, your value in some way and walk away. Also, I'm seeing this, like, lotus, the lotus flowers. You know, maybe you've been through a lot with this person, place, or thing, and maybe they were cutthroat in some way. You had to walk away from them. Or you're realizing that you are needing to. Let's see, what is the unseen potential, unseen influence. The unseen influence. What's the unseen influence? Oh yeah. I've been up since like 3:30. Okay, it went in the seat. Oh, here. Let me make sure I got it. There's a straw. I don't know where that came from. Because usually I don't eat fast food. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I get coffee and stuff. Okay, so Nine of Wands, King of Swords, Eight of Swords. So this is the unseen influence. So having to set boundaries due to like maybe self-imprisonment in some way, stuck in your head. You had to master kind of the head games in some way. Put up your defenses, boundaries, set boundaries in some way to defend against this. It could be toxicity because we did get the Devil and the Empress. Yeah. So there's we have the Eight of Swords, High Priestess, and the Six of Wands, and then the Moon is here. So there was something about you had to follow your intuition about something. There's a victory in whatever this was. I'm seeing it as head games because this King of Swords here. I don't know. Somebody was messing with you in some way to maybe get you defensive. Also, the Nine of Wands is like a wounded warrior, so it could be something like you had to fight through this in some way. Maybe it was a long battle. We did get the Knight of Pentacles. But you had to see through illusions and embrace, like, so I always think of, do you know when, like, people will show you, like, this side of them that's, like, sweet, nice, kind, but then they have this other side of them that's, like, the completely opposite of that, where they're mean and vindictive and like conniving and sneaky and, you know, all the things. And you have to realize that they're sweet to hook you, and then who they really are is that mean person, like, you know, because they wouldn't be that way only part of the time. They just mask by being sweet sometimes. So you're kind of needing to, you probably have already put that together, and that's the intuition in the Moon. I mean, the High Priestess in the Moon coming out.
And, you're realizing, you are this Empress person who, maybe you are loyal at Nine of Pentacles, and you've had to master both your mental, right, that King of Swords, and the action, like taking action, King of Wands. And like, what that really tells me is that, like, you had to put your emotions aside and realize, self-love is the best love, and that, you couldn't have self-love and be with this person, right? Or it could be a place or a thing or job or something like that. Like, if it's taken away from your value in some way. Okay, what's the hidden potential? Oh no, Eight of Swords. So I'm seeing this as like untrapping yourself, But yeah, Four of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, the ending to something, And the Seven of Swords is escape. And the Four of Cups is like reaching for that higher cup, that Ten of Cups here. So tens are endings too. So it's like having the capacity to hold on to your value and what you, like protecting your heart, right? And your foundation and your energy in some way, that creative energy, which is like the sacral, and closing something out, even though you may have like really had a lot of feelings for this person, right? The Ten of Cups, you've had to see that there was a lie there, like some sort of, like, knowing that the mean and sweet is not who they actually are. They're not both of those. They're one of those, right? And they mask by showing you that other side, that sweet side or something. And it's like embracing your truth and reaching for that higher cup, that you're valuable in some way, that you should be able to, just have somebody be consistent in who they are and not that back and forth, it should be just the one way. It should be comfortable, it should be calm, it should be, something that you can, 1, 2, 3, 4, I just saw, something that you can rely on, depend on, instead of being in a mental prison. Like, you're cutting yourself free from that by doing these things. This is the hidden potential. So there's a higher cup that's wanting to be offered, and that could be like the Ace of Cups here. It's in the future energy. So yeah, should we clarify? Let's see what this tower is about. Let's find out. I haven't used this deck in a while. I hope you had a good weekend and a good Easter. I don't really celebrate Easter anymore, but because the way I look at Jesus is different than most people. I mean, I celebrate that, Jesus is who he is, and anyway, his sacrifice and stuff like that, but it's a little different. So the tower. So I'm seeing this. So you're having to, like I said, put up boundaries, right? And hold on to your value in some way. The Three of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Four of Pentacles. So you're embracing the duality of yourself, like the masculine, feminine. The masculine within you will protect you from, it's like having like your very own like bodyguard within you. So taking action where you need to take action. Also embracing that side of you that loves and like is kind and nurturing yourself, in some way, to, not be somebody's, plaything, right? Not be a doormat, not be like a taken advantage of, or, because sometimes people will, this is clarifying the Tower, by the way, if I didn't make that clear already, but, so this is like seeing yourself clearly. See the lightning bolt? So somebody didn't value. So when we don't value ourselves, a lot of times we get put in situations that mirror that. Like, will show you like, this is where you're not valuing yourself in some way. So here you are valuing yourself with this Two of Cups, like embracing both sides of yourself, the masculine and feminine sides, the light and the dark, accepting for what it is, like the reality of something. I just saw 17. And that's the collaboration, right? The Three of Pentacles. Also, it's being seen in some way. Or maybe you're the one shining a light on this relationship. Your whatever this is. It could be like work, like I said, but there's two people standing there and another one with a flashlight on them. So it's like, taking a real deep look at something. Like a relationship in some way. Four of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Eight of Cups, and the Strength card. Exactly. Overcoming this. So this is where you're at right now. Walking away from heartbreak, having the boundaries and the stability in some way that you're not putting up with somebody else's crap, Whether it be a job or anything else, it's, having the strength to, maybe there's something new coming in. Page of Pentacles behind the Strength card. So it's like offering yourself something more valuable in some way, like something that you can depend on, which usually it's yourself. Let's see. Let's clarify the Ace of Cups. So, the Ace of Cups. I just saw 1901. I don't know what that... Eight of Wands. So this is a swift victory, or like communication coming in, forward movement, like moving on from something. We did get the Eight of Cups twice. Seven of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Five of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. So 2 sevens here. So there is some sort of like exposure, ending, cutting off. Five of Swords here. Of like maybe immature, something that's not mature enough to withstand something. You're putting boundaries up. This may have been something you put a lot of effort into. Or you will have to put a lot of effort into, like, this love of self in some way. Maybe the inner child, the innocence of yourself, like seeing yourself as someone who is worthy, you know. Why are you going backwards? You're not supposed to do that. It's pretty dead here, it doesn't matter. But Five of Swords. It's like hollow victories, you know, like it's painful, right, to move on, figure out, oh yeah, this isn't for me type shit, you know. But you're having to cut off something and put boundaries up. So that's a loving thing to do for yourself and for somebody else, you know, so, you know, that toxicity can't continue or live, or, you know. So let's clarify this Eight of Swords, the hidden potential. And then I'll get some tea leaf cards. The World, okay. And Judgment. Yeah, it's having discernment to close out the cycle. This is a toxic cycle. Ace of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Ace of Swords. Yeah, so this is like, okay, if you do this, there's an awakening here, maybe, and you'll be celebrating, you know, maybe friendships or something new, abundant new beginnings. You'll get blessed in some way for doing this type of work, you know. You'll also have the clarity and the truth of the matter in some way, because, like, you know, you're not putting up with the lie, right? The lie is that, like, this person is one way when they're actually, you know, putting on this front of, like, being sweet, but they're actually this other side. And that the mask is the sweet that they show you to get what they want, right? And again, this could be a job, but like, it could be that, like, they're promising something for you. There's like promises there, but it's not actually, they're not actually following through, or, you know, something to that effect. And it could be a person that, you know, in a relationship that's not following through on their promises. They've had to kind of realize, okay, this isn't actually what I think it is or what I hoped it to be. Okay, let me put these up real quick, because I don't want to make a mess. Oh, I also want to I did have these in my bag, like, for a while. I haven't used them. Gems. And usually they have, like, a message. Ooh, that's too many. I'm just gonna pick one. Okay. Calcite to amplify, cleanse, and open. So it looks like this. It says, double trouble. Calcite has a unique optical quality. When you're looking through the stone, it appears doubled. Calcite can amplify energy for higher awareness and healing, pairing well with other crystals and taking on their attributes to increase their metaphysical abilities. A powerful dissolver, calcite transforms negative energy for release and renewal. It also aligns the chakras, cleansing the aura of toxicity and renewing energy flow. Calcite reminds you that there is always a new beginning. You just have to decide where to start. It's Cancer and Venus energy. And you can screenshot this if you want. And I'll try to flip it whenever I edit, but so calcite. So yeah, you could have. Okay, so I'm also getting maybe this person was mirroring you. Like some people will kind of show up as if, you know what I mean, in a way that mirrors you, so that, you know, kind of you think that they're this one way, but they're actually another way, and they're just masking, you know. Excuse me. Also, that's the higher awareness. It amplifies energy for higher awareness and healing, pairing well with other crystals to take on their attributes. To increase their metaphysical abilities. So, a powerful dissolver transforms negative energy for release and renewal. So yeah, it's something about you're having to release that toxic energy that maybe you're drained in some way. Maybe that you're feeling like you're drained in some way. Like sometimes when you talk to certain people, you're just like, ugh. My energy, where did it go? And it's like that energy vampire stuff. Also, this aligns the chakras and renews your energy flow. Also, at the bottom of the deck is sandstone. It's already been 27 minutes. Oh my gosh. Sandstone. And it says leadership, confidence, freedom. Sunstone. Did I say sandstone or sunstone? Sunstone shines bright, igniting willpower underneath the sun's rays. A stone of leadership. Sunstone gives you the courage to step out on your own and dare to make a difference. Radiating warmth and vitality, Sunstone brings confidence to the beholder and is known to bring good luck. Fortuitous in nature, Sunstone brings out your natural talents, allowing you to shine like the star you are. Sunstone helps fulfill karmic contracts, alleviate pressures around a sense of purpose or fulfillment. Abundance will flow once you nurture your gifts. It's Leo, Libra energy, and the Sun energy. And you can screenshot that. Anyway, and then we'll get so there's something about like coming back into yourself and your own energy. You may have been dealing with a narcissist or something very toxic. Fortuitous nature. Also, you may be a very creative person. This may have been like a karmic contract that is calling you. It was for the purpose of it was maybe to find your own way in some way. Like you were meant to like go through something to build your strength and build the ability to kind of go out on your own, and that courage, right? Like the strength and courage that we need. So hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally, maybe from this person. This guy's like talking on his phone really loud. Hills, overcoming obstacles, or obstacles to overcome. So they're hills, not mountains, right? Vulture, depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. Nothing is wasted is the energy of the vulture. And I have a really, personally, I have a very, I don't know, I would say deep relationship with vultures. Like, they show up in certain times in my life and to remind me nothing is wasted, even though like if I'm feeling like I don't know, they give me at a low point, right? Like where like if I'm feeling some type of way about something, they usually show up, or they just show up to remind me, that nothing is wasted. And it's always at that right time, So that's important. So it's telling me to remind you that this is, life does go on, and like you have like so much ahead of you. You did have the Ace of Cups, like that is, and the Ten of Cups was even there. So like the future energies, like this too shall pass. Casket, someone going out of your life, or the end of a situation. So this is the end of the situation. So have hope and faith that, things will, lily, spiritual love. So maybe get some lilies. It is springtime, so, and where I am. Vine, seek out information that will help you. I heard it through the grapevine. Barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. So there may be something lacking in this thing, whatever this is that this is talking about. Jug, lighthearted, carefree time. So yeah, so take a moment to reevaluate something. Yeah, use your intuition to make beneficial changes, unicorn. Like, remember who you are. Like, I'm getting you're the unicorn that, somebody should be very happy to have you, right? Like, there's, I don't know. If you're not being valued in some way, like, don't waste your time. Maybe that's the vulture energy too. Like, don't waste yourself away to someone who doesn't value you. And heart, love, deep affection, and caring. And November is important. Flag, don't be tempted to lower your standards. And horseshoe, good luck. Okay, and then I saw gavel, involvement with the law. So that's something about the contracts, right? Spiritual law, Could be a spiritual contract. Wreath, sorrow over a loss. Yes, you might be sad about it for a while, but that doesn't mean that you're making the wrong decision. You know? Lion, time to act. Sorry, it's so bright. Okay, so, and I'm gonna leave it there. I hope this helps. Thanks for watching.